The Maenads were followers of Dionysus, god of wine and insanity. They were women that would go erratically walking in mountains and woods, dancing and believing to be possessed by Dionysus. The name of this group of women comes from the Greek word Maenads. This translates to mad or demented. These women were literally called mad. Despite this, they wore their hair and clothes loose and free to symbolize their freedom in the world. An interesting accessory the Maenads carried was their thyrsus. The thyrsus was a long stick made of fennel and topped with a pine cone. The fennel was meant to symbolize fertility and pleasure from worshipping Dionysus, and the pine cone top symbolized the spreading of the seed. As for the rest of the clothing, the Maenads were depicted with either fawn or panther skins that were showing their animalistic tendencies. Some were also depicted as wearing snake crowns to symbolize their festivities as being tied to religion. As for their feet, the Maenads were barefoot for the earthly roots of Dionysus and how chaotic their dancing was. A notable story about the Maenads is that some of them had killed Orpheus. They had made advances to Orpheus and he rejected them. The reasonable thing to do would to sob and leave the rejecter alone. The Maenads didn't do that. They decided they were to rip Orpheus limb for limb in frenzy. Some of him was buried, while his head and lyre fell into the river Hebrus. The Maenads were an interesting group of women, especially as they were the followers of the god of wine and insanity.